What's happening, guys? It is Matt here from Sophisticated Obsession, and today we are going to be sponsored by Scentbird. Today's video is going to be about office wear. Scentbird have sent me 3 different fragrances. I'm going to try them on my skin, tell you what I think of them, and also what settings I think that they would be perfect for. Are you kidding me? Literally, the moment I said that, the heavens have opened. That's drastic. Okay, it's raining out there, but I'm gonna take that time to then sort myself out. So hopefully by the time I've then got ready for this video, that rain has stopped so we can then get a little bit of B-roll. I'll see you guys in a bit. So before I start, I want to say a huge thank you to Tamara from Scentbird. Without her contacting me, I wouldn't have ever known about this fantastic brand. So thank you so much, and also thank you so much for these samples. So before I get into the samples, I want to talk to you a little bit more about Scentbird and about what they do. Why would you go to Scentbird? So Scentbird is a company that have basically said, we know that some people want to alternate their fragrances from week to week, month to month. Now, I'm a huge advocate of that because I'm always talking about matching your fragrance with the thing that you are then doing. If you are going to an evening event, wear an evening scent. Scentbird allows you to do that. Also, because the weather is changing like it is today, I mean, 1 minute it was raining and now it's blue skies. It's a little bit ridiculous, really. This is where Scentbird really comes into its own. You're not gonna wear a heavy winter fragrance when it might be really sunny outside. Also, not many people want to spend a huge amount of money on one fragrance. Now, with Scentbird, what you do is you go online. It is in dollars, but when you then go to the checkout, it then will change to whatever country you are in. So pick a scent out of the absolutely hundreds that they have, and they've got like Versace, Gucci, Dior, Dolce & Gabbana, Amouage, Tom Ford. They've got loads, and it's a mixture of niche and designer fragrances. In one of these is around about 8 mils, which roughly turns out to about 140 sprays. That should get you through your month. However, if you are like me, then you might want to then up the ante a little bit. I average around about 40% oxygen to about 60% fragrance in a day, so I might want to get a couple of scents each month. Just so you know, that's not healthy, don't do it, you will die. Once you have then done that, you can cancel this at any time. It's a little bit like a subscription to Netflix. Now, on your first order, you will receive one of these fantastic little atomizers. Now, these are brilliant to then put into your suitcase, into your handbag, your pocket, wherever. These are just brilliant when you are then commuting or just very busy and you need something just to then quickly spritz. Also, very good if you have a fragrance that maybe doesn't project or maybe isn't as strong a performer. These are not the only colours that you can get in the atomizers. They've got loads and loads of colours, but these ones I just thought looked really cool. There we go. That is a little introduction to Scentbird. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna now talk about 3 fragrances that I think are absolutely awesome for work environments or an office setting. into Amouage Reflection Man. Reflection Man from Amouage is probably one of the most well-known from the brand. Amouage, if you don't know, it is a very, very nice niche style brand. This brand is quite expensive if you want to then purchase a full bottle later on if you really get on with this. But if you do look around, you can actually get some pretty good deals on this one. This came out in 2007 and it has been heavily likened to Jean-Paul Gaultier Le Male. I've got both. Even though that I do have Le Male, I've got to say that this does smell a lot less synthetic. It opens out with quite a big jasmine floral note at the start, but then it's got those sandalwood notes sort of undercutting it. The longevity on this is pretty good because as this progresses, it gets to more of a woody scent and it loses that jasmine overtone. It's still there in the base, but it isn't so prominent. I would say that on average, you'd probably get around about 7-8 hours, which is fantastic for a work time fragrance. This is fantastic for those office settings. People are not going to be complaining about sitting next to you when you are wearing Reflection Man. The next one, a fragrance brand that I've only just actually looked into. This is 8 and Bob, and the fragrance is Nuit The Mission. I think it's Megeve, or it might be Megeve. I butchered that, haven't I? Very, very nice, classy scent. Well, let's have a little spray. Oh, God, this is good. This one is a fairly recent release. This came out in 2017. Classic, timeless, sophisticated. It isn't just a vetiver fragrance, although that is a major, major note here. There's also a very, very slight citrusy note in the background. It's very slight, like you do have to properly dig deep to find it, but there is like a lemony sort of zestiness there, which just gives this fragrance a little bit of brightness. As this dries down, what you then get is a nice sort of like warming note of like clove. That vetiver, it's still there, it's still projecting, and it's still pumping out loads and loads of juice, but also what you then get is a very, very elegant added note of coffee here. This just adds a nice warmth and elegance to this fragrance. This isn't overpowering in the sense that you could only wear this in winter. I think that this is an all year round fragrance, but it is just a fantastic one if you want to wear this in the office where you don't want to be offensive, but you still want to have that masculinity, that clean, that fresh, that real inviting smell. The scent cloud, it is there, but it isn't huge. The longevity, it's okay. It's not the best, but I think that that's where then Scentbird really comes into its own, because I've worn this to work and I've got loads and loads of compliments from it, but I would say I only get compliments with it for the first maybe 3 hours, and then after that it does become more of like a skin scent on my skin. That's when I then need to reapply this one. But with these fantastic atomizers, who cares? Say this one. I think I've just broken the cap. Vince Camuto? Haven't got a clue. But Vince Camuto Original for Men. Never ever heard of this fragrance before I received it in the post. Thank you so much, Scentbird. You are broadening my horizons. Oh, that's very different. This one I think is probably for the people that are commuting. This is very, very fresh. And I think that this is probably going to be very, very good if you are one of these people that get quite hot quite easily, or if you are then walking around, you're commuting, you're taking the train, you might be flying. I think that for somebody who is then moving around, who is then obviously on the run, not on the run, that sounds like you're running away from the police. If you are on the go, then I would say that this is the one for you. So the note breakdown, I'm just having a look at it and it says leather, but I don't really get leather that much. This is very citrusy. Like, I'm thinking like oranges, lemons, mandarins, oranges, I've already said oranges. Limes. There's also some florals there in the background, and it's sort of softening the edges because just a citrus-based fragrance might be quite difficult to palate. I would say for people that are maybe working in quite humid, hot conditions, this is an all-round very nice fresh fragrance. So there we go. Those are the samples that I got from Scentbird for an office setting. Once again, thank you so much, Tamara, and thank you, Scentbird, for giving us this opportunity to then share your fragrances. We really are appreciative. Also, you guys at home, let us know what fragrances you like to wear for an office setting. Please let me know, because I am learning just as much as you guys are, so share the love. So that's it for now. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Please check us out on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter. Hit that big subscribe button and check out Scentbird for loads and loads of fragrances to then add to your collection. That's all for now. See you later. Bye!